today I got my C10. We are in the air conditioner. Huh? Isn't that cool? Dad's working on some interior pieces. Nothing too crazy. Sun visors, sun visor bracket, rearview mirror bracket. That's all I think my interior lacks from being completed, except for maybe a few zip ties underneath the dash for some wires. So he's working on that. I'm working on, I've had the sway bar, it seems like, for 2 years. It's been underneath the truck in the back. Just I shoved the box underneath there and kind of forgot about it. This is CPP sway bar. There's your part number 63 to 87. Comes with the brackets for normal ride height, comes with the brackets for lowered ride height. Get that going and see where all these brackets line up. So while Dad's working on the inside, I'm gonna be underneath there working on that. So here's the kit opened up. There's your bushings, links, hardware, and then here's the difference in the brackets. If you can see, let me turn you sideways a little bit. So we're gonna be using these two. These two would be for a stock ride height. So we're lowered, but not much. It's lowered 2 inches in the front. Of course, you can't tell right now because there's no motor, there's nothing in it. That's why the doors are roped open, because my doors actually shut so good. Since the truck is still sitting at a angle because the front's higher, the doors just automatically shut every time you open them. So we got them roped open. That's why that's like that. And that was new hinges did that, and then Dad's handiwork on the latches and everything. They shut like a brand new truck. Okay, so I got my end links bolted up to the arm on both sides. Got our bushings on, got our brackets bolted to the bushing. Anyway, now all I gotta do is just jack this thing in place, get it lined up on the frame, center punch 2 holes, drill 2 holes, bolt those brackets on, and we are done. Well, tighten the end links up, then we're done. Got the end links tightened up, got the sway bar jacked in place to where it needs to go on the frame, and all that's left is to center punch 2 holes on each side, drill those out, bolt the bracket to the frame, and we are done. Very simple install if you don't follow the directions. If you follow the directions, you may get kind of confused. Yeah, not too bad. Looks like it's gonna fit pretty well. All right, there we go. We're all bolted up. Looks good. Nothing's close to touching. Fitment looks fine. And I believe it's pretty squared up as far as center to center. Links are pretty much straight up and down like it says in the instructions. The instructions for this kit weren't that great. I mean, a little helpful, but could have been better. So I would get your bushings in, go ahead and bolt your mount from the bushing to the frame onto the bar, get your end links in your A-arm and get all that squared away and snugged up, jack it into place, snug it up against the frame, do a little punch, mark you some holes, and then I drilled it in 2 stages. I used a small bit, then I used, I believe, a 3/8 bit, stepped it up to 3/8 and got everything bolted on. But yeah, wasn't that bad. And while I was doing that, Dad got my rearview mirror installed and my visors. The visors turned out to be a little bit of an issue for him. The bend right there is not enough, so they were like pointed like, you know, kind of more down. Look kind of weird. So he put them in the vise and bent them up a little bit. But it looks good. Interior is pretty much wrapped up. I do have one wire that needs to get zip tied. That was the wire I ran for the backup lights. Other than that, that's it. Well, it was a little short C10 update video. Hope everybody enjoyed. Thanks everybody for watching. Subscribe, like, share, ring the notification bell. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.